people, best damn nation. It is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. My name is Brian Renegade, and with me, I have the best damn crew. First of all, if you see this man in a dark alley, run. He will beat you up in front of your girlfriend. He is the green-eyed bandit. He likes to fight people. He's your mama's favorite wrestler, and he can whoop yo daddy ass. The maniacal Doc Roosevelt. What's happening?
In my defense, right? In my defense, I don't like violence, but I like to fight. Okay.
Why you lying? Why you keep lying on the Lord's Day? I don't know what that is about.
Listen. I'm just trying to make sure the people know that I'm approachable. You can come and say hi and whatnot. Just don't stay too long. You hear?
Don't do it to yourself.
Not a long time.
No, don't do it to yourself. People from New York like to stab people. I don't know what it is. If you're from New York, they just like to stab people. They just have a tendency. I don't care if it's a sharp object around. New York people will stab you. I'm just saying. So don't stay around too long. Unless you know.
There's no trace. There's no traces. That's why. No fingerprints. No.
Silly, man. Next, we have Senor Fuego himself, the pastry chef pimp, the one and only Chef Showtime. What's happening?
What's good? How you guys doing?
Oh, man, blessed and highly favored, as the old folks would say. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, my brother. Good to have you on the show.
How's my nephew?
Oh man, he good, man. He is getting bigger and bigger. It's almost like a gremlin. The more you feed him, the bigger he gets. I don't know what it is. They don't make babies like they used to no more. He lifting up his head and doing all kind of stuff he wasn't supposed to do. So it's fine. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? 14 years apart after my first child. You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like I got it right the second time around. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everything kind of fell in place. I have the knowledge and the understanding, and it's good. So just be careful, fellas, because it's not too late. It's not too late for y'all.
Hold on. What you trying to do? You trying to put a baby on us?
I'm just saying.
You trying to put a baby on us?
I'm just saying things happen. Chef already got about 10 of them.
Chef can have all that.
Chef trying to repopulate the earth, boy. Y'all gotta be careful out here in these streets.
Hey, look. If you better get paid for it. They paying people for that.
Yeah, you got to go overseas for that. Ain't nobody paying nobody in America to have that
money, man. Get your money, brother. We behind you, 100%.
Well, listen. All this hogwash talk we doing. We have a special guest in the building. Some might even consider her to be royalty. Roosevelt, I want you to do the due diligence, please.
Yes. So we don't have a special guest. We have a beautiful guest. We have a blessing to everyone that is watching this video right here today. This is one of my greatest friends. I love her to the moon and back, and ain't nothing she can do about it because I like to fight. She know I like to fight. I'm the guy that she don't call at any time when there's a problem because she know I'm in the car. I don't care who car it is. I took somebody's car and I'm on the way. But this is one of my greatest friends. This is my sister. I want everyone to please welcome our guest, author, minister, motivational speaker, Cherise Stevenson. Welcome to the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast.
Hi, everybody.
First of all, I want to apologize to you and my mama for cursing so much. I'm just putting that out there.
You wasn't here with me last night watching that debate, so it's okay.
Oh man! Speaking of that, what did you think about the debate and the performances?
Yeah, so you asked me about my books. That's what you said.
Yeah. I asked you about books.
Yeah, because we can't. What you said? We won't go back. We're not going back.
No, you ain't do that. Awesome.
Real quick. I got to do this. Really quick because we mentioned it earlier. Cherise, if you don't mind, just stand it up for us really quick so everyone can see your beautiful dress. We want to see everyone to see.
Oh, it's blue representing the Democrats.
Yeah, okay.
It's
We
a
see you.
strapless blue.
That way the
pajama.
viewers know she got clothes on. She got on clothes, y'all. Okay? She got on clothes.
Listen, I'm in my
dazzling.
house and my house is hot. So New York still want to be 80 degrees. Sorry, y'all.
Oh man. Well,
um,
listen.
so
Go ahead.
before we get started with you, we want to actually take a moment because today is 9/11, and so we want to take a moment to at least remember that day, 2001. Someone decided to come over here and try to wreck shit up, and they found out the hard way. So we're going to take a quick second for those that we lost at 9/11. And bless them. So real quick, 9/11, I was in the military at that time. I was in basic training. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I was actually at the hospital, and I thought that this was a movie on TV until someone told me it was real life. Cherise, were you in New York at that time? And tell us your experience during 9/11, 2001.
Yes, I was in New York. I was home and watching TV actually, and then the screens just switched. And I was so confused. I was like, why are we looking at this one picture for like 5-10 minutes? I thought something was wrong with my TV. And then the broadcast came through, was saying that all of this was happening. You know, a plane crashed into the tower, the first one. And I was just like, wow. Then I'm still watching and I'm thinking they showing the same one, not realizing there was actually two. Because then they came back and was talking about the second one. They've been hit again. And I was like, oh my God. So thank God I was actually home in Brooklyn while that was happening. But I know some people that were out there. They were all safe. They were all safe that day, thank God. I know some people that should have been there that for some reason didn't go to work that day because they worked in that area. So thank God that, you know, people that I am intimately connected to were all safe on that day. But I was home.
I've had some extended family that still lives in New York, and they were in Brooklyn, in Brownsville, and they said that they can actually see the planes going into the towers from where they were at in Tilden. You know, some of the buildings you can see across the city. Were you able to see any of this live, or was this all just kind of pretty much on TV?
No, thank God, because I would be traumatized. I probably would have left New York had I actually seen it. So no, I did not see it. I only saw it on television.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, again, we're here to talk about you, and we're here to celebrate you as you should be. So please give everyone a brief rundown of who you are and where you got started in life, and then we can pretty much push it from there.
Great. Well, before I start talking about me, let me first just say thank you for having me on your platform. This is so out of the box. My phone was blowing up like, you going on what? Who? You got a wrestling match? What happened? Who? Is this the new platform? Is it? I was like, calm down, calm down. You know, so this is just so out of the norm. So thank you. This I was already excited. I'm still excited, and I'm probably gonna be excited till about Saturday because I'll talk about it on my own platform again. So thank
That's
you.
right.
Number two, that is the longest introduction of your platform. I didn't think anything could be longer than Papa Was a Rolling Stone by the Temptations.
You know, I'm old school. I'm old school.
How many countdowns are you guys gonna have? It's like each one of you had your own countdown. I was like, all right, I'm about to take a nap because I can't. But nevertheless, my name is Cherise Stevenson. I am an elder in my church, which is Divine Destiny Cathedral, where Bishop James A. Jones and First Lady Yvonne Jones are the co-pastor and bishop. I am an author. I am an entrepreneur. I am a student at Southern New Hampshire University, getting my bachelor's in psychology, mental health. What else do I do? I'm a motivator. I'm a mommy auntie. I don't have no babies, but I got babies. Okay. I'm a mommy auntie. Um, I don't know what to say about myself. I'm here and I'm here with you guys looking to have a good time and hopefully to share an encouraging word with your platform on tonight.
Awesome. I love that. Talk about you grew up in New York, right? What part of New York did you grow up in, and what was it like for you growing up?
The Bronx. Oh, I am from the South Bronx. The South Bronx. Make sure you say the. Um, New York is New York. Like when they say New York never sleeps, believe it. There's always something to do. There's always somewhere to go. You there's always people outside. There's always you can create your own fun if nothing is happening. It's it's fun till it ain't, but it's fun. It's always a train, it's always a cab, it's always a bus. It's always you cannot not do something in New York.
Absolutely. Um, so what you have this book that came out, and I just wanted to know what kind of positions you or pushed you to write this book, and why was it important for you to write it?
Okay, well, it's about a 7-part answer. So you ready?
I'm ready. We got time.
Well, first of all, it ended up being a trilogy, so there's 3 books. Um, what prompted me to write it had nothing to do with me. It was definitely divine inspiration. Um, I am a survivor of verbal and emotional abuse. I know that now. I did not know that was what it was when I was going through it, but I know what it is now. And
Right.
The outcome of that level of abuse had me to be a very ugly person, very clapback, very snappy, very nasty. And growing up in church, that those actions was just not in alignment with what I'm learning about God and how you're supposed to treat people. So I wasn't liking myself. So in the midst of that, in 2009, I wrote a book, not realizing that it was like a two-edged sword. I'm thinking I'm just writing to be writing, not knowing that this. So now, as I'm still in my healing process, as I heal, I help others heal. So the first book is Unnamed and Unwanted. What am I here for? And if you guys can see that, that is a replica of a birth certificate.
Sure is.
So in transparency, it's a replica of my own birth certificate. My name is not on my birth certificate. It says female. I wasn't named till about 11 days later, and my cousin named me, not a parent. So, i.e., the name of the trilogy is Unnamed and Unwanted. The second book is The Possibilities of Me. And if you can see, that's a puzzle that's coming together, and it has all the possibilities of what you can become. That cover came to me because I just felt like had I been raised differently or more nurtured and more loved, I could have became something sooner than later. But I'm also learning to trust the process, and God's timing is always on time. So I'm where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there. In the last book is I Know Who I Am, The Process to Positivity. And it's a faded outline picture of me. Actually, it's my high school picture. It's very faint, but it's there. And this is the book that we use on Saturday mornings on my platform, Solid Saturday. Never a shameless plug. Um,
Love it.
when writing these books, my bishop said something to me that was very challenging and yet encouraging. And he said, don't end your story as a victim, end it as a victor. So I was like, well, how am I going to do that, sir? Like, really? And then he continued to eat his meal because he was eating at the time in his office. And I was like, oh, that's what you're going to do? Smack your lips? Okay, great. So after we have the beginning of the trauma, right? What happens when you're traumatized, right? We had to figure out how to heal from your trauma. And that's what this book is. And this is what we do on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Saturday mornings, 8 a.m. Tune in this Saturday, 8 a.m. Right? So this book here, it was written on the concept of if you do something for 21 days, it becomes a part of your lifestyle, it becomes a habit. We don't do it every day. We do it every Saturday. And the book is composed of 3 aspects, which are aspirations, which are positive quotes, inspirations, which are positive scriptures, and affirmations, which we speak over ourselves. So we are emptying out our trauma and our discouragement and our disbelief and all the negativity that holds us back mentally and emotionally, stuff that people said, oh, you fat, you ugly, you stupid, nobody wants you, because I had all of that, and we pour in what God says about us. And we build ourselves up from the inside out.
Growing up and going through all of the things that you said that you've gone through and which inspired you to do the book, how were you able to overcome all the obstacles that you had to endure? And what do you say to someone that's going through the same thing that you have been going through with yourself?
I am still in the midst of my healing process. For example, I made a lot of wrong choices in regards to relationships because my mother didn't love me. My mother didn't want me. So I was like, okay, well, if I be nice to this guy, he'll love me and he'll want me. So doing the right things for the wrong reason. Because I'm genuinely a nice person. I really am. You can ask Roosevelt. But it was the wrong reason. And that was because I had to first learn to love myself. Because when that love wasn't reciprocated, my feelings were hurt. So I had to check myself and check my motives. Okay, well, why am I mad? Did I not mean it? Was I not genuine in what I did? And not that I wasn't, I didn't know that I was not because my intentions were misplaced. So now that I'm learning to love myself and I do something for somebody, I'm good with it. And that's my process. My biggest process for me is learning to love myself. Because if you love yourself, can't nobody hurt you. Whatever they say ain't going to offend you. You do what you do from a pure and authentic place. And you are right. And in the end, God rewards. And I had to really learn that and embrace that and accept that all that's good and perfect comes from God. The blessings of the Lord make us rich and addeth no sorrow. That's scripture. Sorry, guys, that's who I am. But I learned that and I applied that, and now I stand on that. It's one thing to hear it in church. It's another thing to stand on it and to walk in it. And that's where I am now. So I'm healing. I'm emptying out and letting God fill me in with his word and helping me to love myself. So if I had to say anything to anybody, love yourself. Take yourself out to dinner. Tell yourself you're cute. Tell yourself you're handsome. Tell yourself you got it going on. Tell yourself, yeah, you can get the degree. Tell yourself. Tell yourself. Because there's going to be some people, family, friends, frenemies. What? You want to do what? You want to be a wrestler? Ain't that a white people's game? Yeah. But you don't want to go into. Yeah, you need to be in corporate America. You need to be. If that's your dream to be a wrestler, go after your dream. So I didn't have a lot of supporters, and not for sake that they weren't there. They just didn't know how to support me because I didn't know what I needed. So now that I know what I need, I have the right people around me. So also make sure you have the right people around you. If it's just you three lock in. Don't be afraid to be accountable. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. That's what your circle is for.
Absolutely. Chef Showtime got a question for you.
Sure.
Okay. Me as a chef, I always want to know what dish makes you smile just by thinking about it.
You should have been here like 20 minutes ago. Some lasagna. I am soul food and pasta. Can never go wrong. Fun fact, my favorite snack food is peanut butter and jelly and cereal. Never go wrong.
What kind of cereal?
How does that go together?
No, not together. Not together.
Oh, okay. I thought you were making something. I was like, that sounded like a jail sandwich.
Listen, if you can't cook and you got some peanut butter and jelly or some honey nut Cheerios. Let's make it clear. Honey nut Cheerios. We ain't got no problems. If you ain't got no cereal, no peanut butter and jelly, then I question why am I here?
Oh man, absolutely. I want to know because you said you have your platform every Saturday at 8 o'clock, correct?
Yes.
And you have a group of people. Can you talk about the response that you've gotten from your books of how your books have maybe touched people or have healed people or got them to think a different type of way?
You know what? I'm glad you asked that question. You know why? Because my biggest response, because your guys is going to be your guys and my girls is going to be my girls. One of the biggest responses I received was, I've been knowing you for 20, 30 years. I didn't even know you was going through all of that. Some apologized to me. Some understood why I was the way that I was. So that was one. But another one to me was all my male friends. I've had ex-boyfriends who apologized to me. I've had guys come up to me to tell me, yeah, that happened to me too. My wife did that to me. Or my girlfriend was doing that to me, manipulating and gaslighting me. And I was sitting there like, what? I was like, wow. Like, it's a real thing. Verbal and emotional abuse is a real thing. It's an abuse. And it's not popular like domestic violence or police brutality or animal cruelty, and not taking away from them, but there's us too. And I guess because we don't know what to call it, number one, you'd be like, because we fall under the category, but that's just how they are. No, there's something underlining in there. And then number two, we don't realize that that's exactly what it is, because it usually comes from someone close who has access to us.
Right.
Your mom, your aunt, your uncle, your sister, your brother, your best friend. They say, oh, you cute for a fat girl.
What you mean?
Right. Like, what? What? Or, I don't know why you crying. You hurt my feelings.
Right.
Well, that's your interpretation of it. No, my feelings are valid. Because if I was to do to you what you did to me, you wouldn't be able to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we lose it at. So the fact that people have been around me for a long time and did not know the root of my nastiness, because I was nasty. Nasty. When you're nasty to the point where you don't like yourself, you're pretty nasty. and that was me. So that and the fact that I've had a lot of men come up to me and was able to identify with what I've written was huge.
Mm. Do you have an excerpt in one of the books? It can either be in one of the three where you wrote something and it kind of hit you so hard where it resonated with you. Like, man, I can't believe I wrote that.
Yes, I do it all the time. I do it all the time. In either book. We do this. Listen.
Can you share one with us?
Every Saturday. We do this book every Saturday. I'm gonna pick this book, right?
Okay.
And like I tell people, listen, I'm the author. I wrote the book. I published the book. I'm an independent, author. But I don't read the book ahead of time to prepare for Saturday. I'm getting it just like they get it. And I read some stuff and I be like, oh, I was like, what? What just happened? I'm going to read one of our aspirations. All right.
All right.
So the process of writing this book, I literally went through, and it's funny because I still have them. And I was just looking at them the other day. I had over 300 quotes. I had over 300 quotes that I literally had to sit down and wait on God to show me what to put in this book. Because remember, we're only doing this for 21 days, allegedly. So I only needed 21. I only needed 21 quotes. I had over 300. So it was just a process. And then it was just a process. And then it was elimination. Then it was elimination. Then it was elimination to get to the exact 21. And sometimes I read these things and I'd be like, all right, let me go get my cake because I got this what I needed. Oh, we got 40 minutes on this platform. All right, let me talk to y'all. Because sometimes it's just for me, Let me read one of the quotes. Oh, this is a good one. Whatever you want to hear today, say it to yourself.
Because it starts with you. Because it starts with you.
It starts with you. It starts with you. I can read something else. I didn't know we was doing quotes. I didn't have nothing prepared, but I can probably put my finger on it. Let me see if I can find something out of this book. This book is The Possibilities of Me. This book, it just goes through the bad choices that I made because I was so damaged. I was so damaged that I was just making, I told you, dating the wrong people and all that stuff. Let me see if I can put my hands on something. Oh, you're listening. Sounds good.
We listen. We hear.
Okay. Stop letting people control you with your power. In a nutshell, this is exactly what emotional abuse is through the tool of manipulation. Here's the revelation. When you finally figure out what is being done and what they, violators, really mean, they will tell you that you are wrong, you are too emotional, and or you are overanalyzing things just so they can continue to have their way with you.
Explain that, how that relates to you.
How does that relate to me? Okay. I am a very trustworthy person. I don't mind sharing. I don't mind telling you, look, this is who I am. Because you need to know, I feel, you need to know what you're getting into.
Right.
Look, I got some mommy issues. Me and my daddy is cool. I don't have daddy issues. I got mommy issues. This is what's going on with me. Please do not talk to me in a certain kind of way. Please do not call me out my name. These are triggers for me. Please don't. I don't like me when I'm that person. So please don't allow that person to come to the forefront. Don't do it. And they do it because they don't believe.
Right.
They don't believe. Now, fellas, please don't judge me, right? But there was a guy, and I was with him, and they didn't believe, and we had a little fisticuffs, and I punched him in his mouth and chipped his tooth. He did. See, I said, don't judge.
That was shock. That was shock. That wasn't judgment. That was shock.
This tooth, and he wanted to swing back. He actually did, but he didn't aim for me. He aimed for my wall. I have a dent in my wall to this day because he punched the wall. Yeah, like why do you do that? Why do you do that? And so then you use my weakness for your strength to get what you want out of me, which is troublesome because I'm a giver. So what else do you want? And it comes down to what they wanted was control and authority, and they wanted to put me down as if I wasn't down enough at the time to make them look good, big themselves up. No real man will ever do that to a young lady, ever. How could you take advantage of someone's weakness and someone's trauma like that? That level of manipulation. Won't happen again, though.
Let's talk about identifying triggers. I know sometimes it can take us a while to connect things that happened to us in our past to how we're reacting to things. I know, speaking personally, I had to realize where certain things were coming from and for me to identify it and then self-correct, right? How do you get people to help identify their triggers and move past them?
I'm still learning how to do that because I'm still learning to identify my own. And it's so crazy. I was talking to my leaders last night about rejection. That not being wanted is triggering for me. We can be honest on this platform, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is a place of honesty. I know it's ain't wrestling,
Right.
but don't
If we
get
can't, we
misconstrued.
already 40 minutes too late, right?
Yeah, it's a place of truth and honesty.
So I battle with this complex of not being good enough because for some reason I've been told I'm too good to be true. I've been told I'm doing too much. I've been told they're waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm like, no, what you see is what you get. This is it. This is it. I watch wrestling. I watch football. I watch basketball. I even watch baseball. Like I cook, I clean, I laugh. I got your back. You come home with an attitude, I'm going to the office next day. Who made my man upset? And he was, oh Lord.
Point him out. Was it you, Tara?
me and Roosevelt do it all the time. He's like, what happened? Nothing. Oh. So triggers. A very bad trigger for me, and I'm learning, is your tone and how you speak to me. That and calling me out my name. My mother, well, the one who raised me, because there was two, it's in the book. One birthed me and one raised me. Neither one of them wanted me, in a nutshell. The one who raised me always called me out my name. Starts with a B and it rhymes with ditch. And that's who I was. That's what I was called. That's who I was. And she talked down to me, and she was very nasty in her conversations with me. So the way you talk to me is the biggest trigger for me. So now I'm learning to think before I react. And was that really directed towards me? Or was that just them just talking because something happened previously? Like, I'm really trying to pace myself because I don't argue. I'm not argumentative at all. I'm going to say what I got to say, but I'm not going back and forth with you. We fighting. Just so we fighting. I'm a fighter. Roosevelt likes to fight, so do I. Me and my brother, my brother was older than me. He's passed on. We used to watch wrestling and Bruce Lee every Saturday. We used to slap box during commercials, and I had my own nuke trucks. I like to fight. Those don't think he likes to fight. I like to fight. You know. So but now I'm learning to think it through. Like, am I taking it personal? Was that personal, or was that just the moment? Do I need to address it? I'm training myself to think it through before I respond. Because I'm learning that everything don't need to respond. I don't need to react to everything. Because that's what triggers do. Triggers cause you to react unseemingly, uncalled for, just no, we don't want to do that rah-rah no more. So if anything with a trigger, if you know, most of us know. Like, what you say about my wife? Oh. You know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
you know what I mean? Right. Yeah,
I got two locked and loaded for somebody to say something about mine.
See, there you have it. There you have it. So I'm learning. So instead of beating them in with a chair, because you thought they said wife, and they was like, no, I was saying life. Now he got a black eye. I'm learning to think it through. If every time somebody say something or somebody do something and you act a certain way, check yourself. Ask yourself, why do I always go off the edge when that is said or when that is done, or when I'm in a certain environment? Because it's not all about what people say. It could be a smell. Oh God, that make me sick. What is it about that smell? What is it about going? I was assaulted in Queens. God was trying to steal my bag in Queens, and we fought, and he got mad because I got one in, right? So because I wasn't giving up my bag, you could just take my bag. Are you crazy?
Right.
He punched me dead in my face and broke my nose. Never had a broken bone in my entire life. Never been robbed, never had a broken bone. Now you can't get me to go to Queens, and I live right across the street. I'm literally on the cusp of Brooklyn and Queens. Not by myself, and if I don't have money for an Uber or somebody's driving me, I'm not going to Queens anymore. Not by myself. Triggers. Then
Right.
it happened on Jamaica Avenue by the Home Depot. I can't even use Home Depot in a sentence. Like, Home Depot. Triggers. It could be anything. People, places, words, smells. Check yourself. Why? You got to ask yourself, why do you become so unhinged when you're in that situation? And then work at it. I believe in therapy for men, women, everybody. That's why I'm getting my degree in mental health, psychology, mental health. People need an outlet. People need to talk. People don't even realize, because that was me, and I know I'm not the only one. So yeah.
Speaking about growing up, you just mentioned your brother. God bless him. What was life like growing up, having siblings and going through the things that you went through? Were they there during that time? Did they know what was going on, or did you have an outlet with your siblings, or how was that dynamic?
I'm laughing because Lily just had this conversation in Bible study on Tuesday. So, real quick, in total, I have 5 siblings. Me and my oldest brother was raised together. Between me and my oldest brother, there was 3 abortions. I was supposed to have been abortion number 4, but her body was, if she would have did it, she would have died. So as usual, she chose herself. We was raised together, but my brother was treated like Prince Akeem. He was. In the meantime, back at the ranch, I have 3 other siblings, but they was with the biological. So when I come to meet these wonderful people, I did not know these were my siblings. And I did not know she was my mother. And get this, y'all. Y'all need to get the book. She lived in my house with her kids for 6 years, and nobody ever said nothing to me. All the adults knew. Get this. All the adults knew. Everybody got their own baby daddy. Everybody got their own daddy. I don't know who my biological father is either. The last 3 have the same dad, so that's easy peasy. My oldest brother knew who his parents are, and I still keep in touch with his side of the family, to this day. I'm the only one that don't know who their biological father is. So everybody, when I say everybody, both sides of the family knew, and nobody told me. Nobody told me.
Did you ever figure out later on in life why?
Huh?
Did you ever figure out later on in life why it was that way?
No. But I was the only one that didn't know? No. And now everybody's pretty much deceased. So, nah. I don't know. So I have a God-given family, and I have people who I can call mom and dad, and they love me, and they chastise me, and I still get pop-outs because the mouth is slick, and life goes on.
I was getting ready to ask you because I know about your church family, your Nini. You talk about it all the time.
Yes, my Nini.
What was it like having someone like them to come into your life and make you feel wanted, like you were someone's child now?
It makes me cry because I finally am experiencing love in all its pureness, if that makes sense. Like, I have someone I can talk to. Like, no offense, fellas, but I'm a female. Like, Nanny, I think I need new bras. Anything. I couldn't talk to my mother about anything. Anything. There was no conversation. There was no bond. There was no connection. There's no. So to be able to go to someone and just talk about anything, and I mean anything, and to have them to support me in everything I do, like they're on my platforms on Saturday morning. They make sure I'm okay. If I'm doing something, they're there. They done bought the books. They're there. It's. I get to exhale. I'm not upset. I'm not tight. I'm not, because I have it. I didn't have it when I felt I needed it, but I need it now because I feel like it's needed more now because now I am emptying out, and I need somebody to help put me back together the right way this time. And it's never too late. So to have somebody, Nanny, I don't know what kind of medicine this is, but what is this? And I can screenshot it, and she'd be like, girl, and I'm like, Mom, and I'm like, I can't take this and go outside. Pick your battle. Like, what is this? No.
Right.
Ma, they ain't have my nail polish at the salon. Like, what color do I get? Like, I have somebody now that I can do that with. And it's beautiful. And because I remember growing up with my friends. It was like, oh, me and my mom went to the mall. You and your mom did what? My mom don't do nothing with me. Me and my mom went to the movies. You go to the movies with your mother? Your mother? I didn't have that.
Right.
Now I do. And it's beautiful. So I don't get to lose out on love. Not from parents. So I don't get that. If pops don't hear from me in 2 to 3 days, oh, what's going on with Cherise? Here, I'm right here. Hey, I'm good. I'm in school. I'm at work. Put the gun down. I'm good. You know, I get that now. Not that my dad was a bad dad, but I have someone to cover me in his absence. You know what I mean? So it's beautiful. Thank you for asking it because I get to big up my parents. Hey,
Look, I'm gonna go a little deep. I know that on this platform we've introduced a lot of wrestlers, and by talking to different wrestlers or people that have different personalities, they usually come up with their characters. Sometimes out of the pain that they've dealt with, and they create this character who is strong and brave and powerful, almost like putting on a mask. You know what I'm saying, of invincibility to be able to protect who they really are. Do you see, have you ever done that before? Like put on a character to kind of protect the inner soft person that you truly are?
I'm gonna say yeah, but I did it in the reverse. If I can say that, I put on the happy face and was depressed and sad and lonely for years. Matter of fact, I can pinpoint it. The whole decade of the 90s, absolute depression. And I was in church every Sunday, singing, worshiping, praying other people through, and then going home contemplating suicide for a whole decade. Because I was angry with God because I didn't understand why he was allowing me to live. And I'm so unhappy and I'm miserable and nothing is working and nothing is coming together and I don't understand. And then I'm going back and forth about this mama drama because now it's hitting me. You know what I mean? And I'm just, yeah. So, but you see me? Hey, Brian, what we doing today? What? Let me play with the baby. And then you would leave and I would be absolutely devastated in my house by myself because I'm alone. When you leave, I'm alone. When I leave church, I'm alone. When I leave work, I'm alone. And I'm alone with my thoughts. And those thoughts wasn't happy thoughts. Because I'm still trying to figure out why nobody want me. Men lie, men use me. I'm not saying men do that. I'm just saying the men that I was encountered. Because all men ain't bad. Hear me, all men ain't bad. But the ones I allowed to get close to me, they lied, they manipulated, and they cheated, and it was other women. And I see you with the other girl in the Chinese restaurant. How you gonna tell me it ain't what I see? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? And then me and my stupid stuff, because I'm so broken and damaged, I was like, nah, it wasn't you. Are you crazy? So I did it in the reverse. But if you see me outside, you see me at church, you would never know. You would never know. And when I wrote my first book, that's what people came up to me and said, oh my God, I had no idea. Why didn't you tell me? For you to judge me? Remember, I'm the person you talk to about other people. Do you really think I'm going to share my business with you? It's a time and place for everything. Funny, didn't tell nobody, but I put it in the book for the world. God does all things well.
What is your next big venture? Are you looking to write another book? Or I know you're in school. Congratulations, and you're almost done. You're almost done. So big ups to you. It's never too late to go back to school and go and get a degree. So that's amazing and a blessing on itself. But what is your next big venture after you finish school?
I think I have another book in me. It's dealing with grief because I really haven't dealt with the death of my brother well, and I can say that. Now, here's the thing: I don't deal with it. That's the problem. I haven't dealt with it, so I need to deal with it. So I feel like I kind of got confirmation that I have to write this next book. So it's going to deal with grief. I'll be added to the catalog of everybody else who wrote a book about grief, but this is my story. So it is what it is. That's for sure. It was suggested to me to do some ebooks of motivation, so I may look into that. I'm really just building my platform and my credentials because I really want to travel and really become the full motivational speaker that I feel that I am, and just bring awareness to verbal and emotional abuse. And it's okay to not be okay. It's not okay to stay that way. And we need to do that. We need to do that. People need to know, because people are ashamed and fearful to really express how they feel. I also want my own wellness facility because I feel like people, especially my Black men, need an outlet. Be like, look, I was with my girl last night and it just wasn't working. But what was on your mind, honey? What is the problem? Like they afraid to talk. Because it like it was done to me, it gets done to them. Oh, I make more money than you. You think you can't tell me what to do? Whoa. He don't need all that negative energy. He don't. How about you help him? How about that? So I know I definitely want a wellness facility. So I have some things. I have some things on the burner. I'm building. But first things first is to walk across that stage in that happy gal and that degree. Yes.
We're very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. Go ahead, Brian.
Thank you.
I want to say that you are a breath of fresh air, and I've always had this talent of identifying certain things. I don't want to get too religious, but I can feel God's presence on you, and I know that your story and the things that you are doing, you're going to not only find healing within yourself, but you're going to help a lot of people along the way. And so I want to just encourage you to keep on doing what you're doing. I think that's a beautiful thing in what you're doing. Um, I know, for speaking personally, I lost my sister back when I was in college, and my other sister and my mother, we took that pain and grief, and we started a mental health clinic in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, in Raleigh. And so we've been helping people and trying to, we still grieve, you know what I'm saying, but our our pleasure is to be able to help people and to give back to people. And I see that's a journey that you're going on. I'm not sure saying that's the only thing that you're going to do, but I feel like that's a journey that you're going on. So we want to continue to support you and post up your links that you have to your books, and to be able to support you in that light. So thank you so much for sharing and for being here for us. We really appreciate that. And I'm getting all the all the posts and stuff. People are loving it all on Instagram, all on Facebook and YouTube. So
Thank you,
they're
everybody.
enjoying this. Yeah. Real quick.
So excuse me,
Yeah.
Chef Showtime. You've been kind of quiet. Are you planning a meal for me or something? What you've been
I'm always
quiet?
planning meals. Always. I have food in my mind
Soul
all day.
food and pasta. Soul food and pasta. Okay, great.
I can
I'm just
see
trying
a
to help your
pasta.
thought process. That's all.
So, Chef, if you was to make the perfect meal for our guests, what would you? She said soul food and pasta. So, going along those lines, what would you make?
I got this. It's up. I posted on the page. She like pasta, so I use my voodoo chicken. It's delicious. It's like my voodoo chicken, or I go back to the old school with some catfish, some brown rice, and some vegetables,
This,
and some cornbread.
Some vegetables.
vegetables. Sorry, you said get some vegetables. Yeah, I love that. Well, you can check out some more recipes with the one and only Chef Showtime. Oh man, listen, we do this thing on the show where we love to give a little bit of motivation. We love to give back, and you've been dropping gems this whole podcast interview, so we appreciate that. But if you had to give someone some advice, or if you had to give a word of motivation, what would your final word be?
Oh, let me see. You know what? This is what I would say. Being that so the name of my platform is called Solid Saturdays. And every season we're entering in season 5 this coming Saturday. We're back off vacation, straight out the gate. And each season we have a theme. So if I was to give a word of motivation, I would leave with you my theme for season 5 of Solid Saturday. And the theme is when you believe, you become.
Mm, simple and beautiful. When you believe, you become. That is the final word. I love that. Uh, let's go to Roosevelt. Roosevelt, do you have a final word for your beautiful subjects?
Yes. My final word today, it is no longer about time. It's about energy. Because we all have all the time in the world. But if you don't utilize the energy to do what you're trying to do, time doesn't matter. It's all about energy.
I love that. That is the final word for the one and only Roosevelt. Chef Showtime, do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
Yeah. My final word: don't drink spoiled milk.
I didn't hear it. Say it again.
Hold on. You shouldn't have spoiled milk in the refrigerator any daggone way.
Did he say don't drink
Hey,
spoiled milk?
some people can't
He
afford
said,
milk.
don't drink spoiled milk.
All right, may the Lord watch between me and thee while we absent one from another, because I can't. He said don't drink spoiled milk.
Who's keeping milk in their refrigerator long
Smiles on
enough for it
people's
to get
faces.
spoiled?
That's,
That's my question.
Oh, man.
hey,
Who's
it's
keeping
total
milk in
product.
their refrigerator? Who's keeping milk in their refrigerator long enough for it to get spoiled? Milk don't last but 2 days at the most in my house. You keeping it? Something's wrong. Something wrong.
Hey, I don't drink milk.
Oh, well,
There you go. Well, yeah. That's the final word from the one and only Chef Showtime. Beautiful people, my final word, and I think I'm going to echo some sentiments from our guest. Uh, be the love that you want to see in your life. Be the love, not try to look. Be the love, because the love radiates from you. The love that you give to your friends and family, the love that you give to yourself, all of that is important. All of that builds you up. All of that connects you to your creator, and all of that radiates to other people. You can literally change the energy in the room with your love. So be the love that you want to see in your life. That is a final word from the one and only Brian Renegade. Was that a good word? Was that decent?
That
That was
was
decent.
beautiful.
All right. That was good.
Change the energy in the room on spoiled milk.
Ain't nobody worried about you and your spoiled milk, Chef. You over there trying to make Greek yogurt. Yeah, ain't nobody trying to deal with that. All right. Listen, let the beautiful people know what you guys going on and where can they find you.
Oh, well, the books are on Amazon. I have a website. Did Roosevelt post it? It's
Yeah, I didn't book one.
www. It's simple. It's real simple, y'all. It's www.Cherise Stevenson, my full name, as you can see on the screen, .me, M-E. My team thought that was kind of vain. I was like, it's who I am. It's me. There you go. That's the website. You can find out all about me. Books are there also. I also have a online shopping network on Etsy and Spreadshirt. We have items. We have a slogan that says bigger, better, greater, because that's our goal on this journey of healing. Oh, man, I didn't bring my teddy bear. I have a teddy bear that actually says bigger, better, greater. It's on the website. That's our theme, bigger, better, greater. That's our chant. That's our mantra, bigger, better, greater. That's because that's our end result. That's who we want to be. If you're good, be better. Just bigger, better, greater. I think that's it.
Solid Saturday. Plug that one more time.
Oh, again, solid. Well, I've been saying that all through the platform, but I'll say it again. I don't have a problem. Saturday, solid Saturday at 8 a.m. We are live with more inspiration, motivation, positivity. We are Facebook Live. We are on YouTube. Yes, and we are on YouTube. So you can actually go on YouTube and see some old episodes if you like. And that's it. Thank you.
Absolutely. We love that. Great. A round of applause for our guest, Cherise Stevenson. Oh, man.
Me too. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah. Clap, claps, and tap, taps all around. Love your energy. Love your style. I love your essence. You know what I'm saying? So keep on doing positive things, my sister. All right. Now you're going to have to apologize to your pastor because I'm about to get you to cuss real quick. But damn is in the Bible, so it's okay. All right.
Oh, absolutely. I got permission from him to cuss last night while I was watching the debate.
Oh, yeah. There you go. We got pre-permission.
He didn't answer me.
Oh, man. So I'm going to say we will see you next week on the next best, and then I'm going to point to you. And I want you to give me your best New York damn that you can give me. You got one word.
Oh, you ready?
You got to say damn. You got to pull all that Brooklyn up. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. All right. Beautiful people, we will see you next week on the next best.
Damn.
Oh, that's good. That was good. That took me back to the 80s right there. Wrestling podcast. Thank you so much for being on this platform. We would love to have you again to come up here and share some positivity. When you have your next book, come on. You know what I'm saying? We got you. We love you, sister. We love you like a play cousin.
Your family now, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Of course, we family. Beautiful people, we'll see you next time. We bid you adieu.